This is the big debate. We've got to cut £200 million out of our spending over 4 or 5 years. So this is serious. We want to make sure we get it right. This is to take the views of the public about what services they value, those that they think we maybe could do differently, those that perhaps we shouldn't be doing at all. We don't have all the answers, so people here in Witney will have experienced our services. They'll have some answers, they'll have some issues, I think, to raise with us. It is a serious exercise, and I hope we get some real help tonight. And we have a hall full here.
The hall was full. 200 people came to the meeting. They wanted to talk about everything, from offering to pay more council tax, to youth clubs and care services, and, inevitably, the Cogs Link Road. Most speakers talked about where they didn't want cuts to be made, rather than where they could be made. But like it or not, cuts will come. Did the council get their message across?
I think we started to, but there's an awful lot for people to get their head around.
The exercise tonight was wonderful for us because it's given us a terrific opportunity to put our case and to show the sort of support and actually anger. There was quite a bit of anger out there tonight.
Oh, good evening. A good crowd here. Quite a lot of activists from a number of areas, but some good questions.
I asked why they were using £18 million to build a road instead of using £3 million a year to keep the youth centres open.
Unless you can get the things you're passionate about out on the table, you can't then really make some space in your head to think about other things.
I don't think they were really listening. It would have been better if they'd have paid more attention to what we were saying.
I think people struggle with the scale of the problem. They struggle to understand the size of the organisation and the size of the cuts we're going to have to make. If we've got that over tonight, that's good, and we've got pages of ideas to take away and to mull over.
They are not asking how to prioritise. What are the values by which they should decide what might be cut?
All of our people really care. You can tell the people of Witney care, the people of Oxfordshire care about what happens in their society, in their place. So I think it's really good that we actually hear about that passion.
They started a new conversation about roads, really, and didn't answer my question.
I think it is very useful. It does show a strength of feeling from the residents around here. I think that came out in the meeting that the majority of people in that meeting were against the Cogs Link Road, and we can see better use of that money.
Whether it's the young people and their youth services, older people worried about carers, people worried about getting to work, we've got to try and find some way of balancing all of that and actually making sure that what we do going forward is as fair as possible for everybody.
They knew it was going to be an uncomfortable question, and I can only assume they felt it was going to be uncomfortable because they didn't really have an answer for it.
It hasn't made it ever so easy because we are going to have to take the decisions around priorities. But we've certainly got people's strength of feeling, issues about roads, issues about schools, issues about young people, all that coming over very clearly.
We're really looking for ideas from people, whether they're big ideas or small ideas. We're really wanting to re-examine everything in terms of doing it differently.
We'll summarise it all, we'll publicise what people have told us, we'll tell all the councillors, the Cabinet will study it very carefully, our officers will take it away, we'll see what good ideas there are, and we'll see how it can feed into the budget process. The budget is in February. It might sound a long way away, but it's going to come very quickly, and we won't know where we are until probably early December in terms of the funding we can expect from government next year.
Are some people going to be disappointed?
Bound to be. Bound to be. We're going to have some very tough decisions, and some people's favourite services may not be as strong, may not be as visible, may not be everywhere they'd like them to be. So this is going to be hard, and yes, we are going to disappoint. We know that. We're going to disappoint people.